Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for What's in the Box product reviews. Today we got an unboxing and a product review. I just ordered this a few days ago from Amazon, as you can see. Love this company. This is my new video stabilizer. This is a Neewer, which is called Neewer, but they usually when you get these type of things, they'll run through different companies under different names. This one in particular is the Neewer Handheld Video Camera Stabilizer. So you know, as it states that you can, you know, mount your smartphone on it, like if you have a thing for it, if you have I can't think of it right now, I'll put it on there, but if you have basically a little gadget that you can put your cell phone into, a little holder, you put your GoPro, your Canon, Nikon, and other DSLRs. It says up to 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds, like 2.1 pounds. And of course, I know it's probably hard to see, but you're gonna have to balance it out once you get it out of the box. So I'll put the price of what I paid for it on the screen. Put that to the side. See, it comes in a nice styrofoam surrounding. There's your gimbal. Oh man, those are some heavy duty weights. This is even though this is my first one, this doesn't feel cheap at all. But here's the main part. This is your gimbal. It got a nice handle to it, nice rubber handle to keep your hands on. And then it has this part of the gimbal where you will put your device on, and you can adjust it a little bit. You can tighten it up right here and put it in any position depending on what camera you put on it. Like I know, for instance, I'll probably put my my NX30 on there on this for most of the part, for most of the reason. But this is a nice piece of aluminum. Doesn't feel too cheap. This is a nice piece of aluminum. Well, you got 4 weights, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, how you take them off, you unscrew it, and depending on what kind of camera you have and lens that you put on it, what you would need to do as far as how many weights you would put back on it, balance it, so on and so forth. Now, I have never used one of these before, but it's pretty simple. You put this here, and you'll put this up on here somewhere, and lock it in. You know, you got 3 or 4 holes. I don't know if there's parts missing or not. Nope. This will just thread in. Seemed like they would have had added a nut to it, but you know, I'm pretty sure we're locking pretty tight. And then, of course, like I said before, you lock this in right here. You can move this back and forth. You got 4 holes where I would assume you should be able to buy more of these rivets if you don't want to take this one out, but you can unscrew it and move it to either one of these 5 holes. And then, of course, you put your camera. You see that right here. This is the part where you would screw your camera into, and then of course, you know, you just have to just move it up back and forth. But you'll screw that in the back of your camera. There's not much for instructions. Nothing came in a box. It says instructions on back, but it's pretty basic. It's really basic. It says instructions: attach camera, adjust, counterweights until the center of gravity is reached, and tighten counterweights and that. So it's pretty much trial and error. So I'm gonna try to get it together and balance for my Samsung NX30 and go from there. Alright, so as you can see, the setup was fairly easy. The hardest part is the adjustment, but stay tuned for some footage afterwards. I'm going to try to get this as balanced as possible, get it working, get it fine-tuned. But yeah, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thanks. Down some steps. Alright, so forgive the noise. My father-in-law is mowing the lawn and I got my kids outside playing. But as far as the second part of the review, as you can hear in the video that I'm going to upload now, you can hear the squeaking going on with the gimbal. This is not a full gimbal. What it is just a little notch right here with a ball, and it's blocked this way. So you don't really get the full motion of a full gimbal as far as, you know, having the mobility that you really want. Also with this slider, it is pretty good metal, but it's built cheaply. If you see, when I tilt it like that, the weight moves, and it doesn't matter how much I tighten it down, it'll move again. Now if I have the gimbal set here to where the opening is, of course it won't do that. It still slide just a little bit because there is no wing nut right here. If they had a better design with fixing holes, or if they had a longer bolt right here that had a wing nut on the back of it, it'll probably keep it a little bit tighter. But and then of course, when I move back and forth, anybody knows that has a hand stabilizer, that it should stay still when you hold it in your hand.